Welcome everyone to another episode of PC Building Simulator. In the last episode we had 3 builds come in that we needed to work on, and I believe a repair. So let's see, we've got this repair, and we need a Rocket League minimum spec build. We need this $500 build that'll get a 3D Mark score of 1100, and we need this Sid Meier's Civ 6 build for minimum spec. So I'm going to order parts real quick for these 3 builds so we can end our day, get the parts in, as well as getting this repair in so we can get that done, because we've got a short period of time to get that done, especially if we need to order parts. So I will be back in just a moment. You won't even know I'm gone. So for the, let's see which build this is. For the Sid Meier's Civilization 6 build, we're going to go with the Mortoni H170, an i5-6400, a Cooler Master Liquid 120 AIO cooler, 2 sticks of A-Data Premier, 4 gig of RAM, an MSI GTX 970, a 1 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, a 240 gig A-Data SSD, an EVGA 450 watt B3 power supply, and whatever these words are that go together, plus for the case. Looks like a pretty cool case. I have no idea, no clue what this word is. So anyway, there's that one. I'm also getting some ribbon plastic plain green cables just for fun, because I think I'm going to build something in one of those NZXT RAZER cases. So some green cables would go good with that, I think. Let me get to the next build, which should be this one. This $500 build. Let me get this one spec'd out, and I will be right back. So for the next build, the $500 build, we're going to do another Mortoni H170 motherboard. Let me get down here to the rest of the stuff. An Intel Pentium G4520, one of these cheap $15 coolers, a stick of Corsair Dominator RAM, it's 4 gig 2666 MHz, a Shein GeForce 750 Ti, 250 gig hard drive, 250 watt power supply, and the cheapest non-window case I could find. So that comes up to about $435 if I remember right, and falls in under the 500. Hopefully we will hit the 3D Mark score of 1100. So then we need a PC for this person, for Amanda, to play Rocket League at minimum spec with a 1435 budget. So give me one more moment. I'll step away and get another build sheet for that one, and I'll be right back. And for the Rocket League build, going to go with a Gigabyte GA-AB350 Gaming 5, I think it was, motherboard, an AMD Ryzen 5 1500X. We'll cool it with a NZXT Kraken X52. Got 2 sticks of this DFL Motivator 4 gig, a RX 480 Gaming X. We added another Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte. Got the Corsair Force. I think this was a 240 gig. And we're going to put that in the NZXT S340 RAZER edition. It's also got a EVGA power supply. I seem to use these in everything. I think it's just because I like EVGA power supplies. I have them in everything in real life in my house, multiple computers, all running EVGA power supplies. Never had a problem with any of them. So let's get this ordered. Next day is fine. let's go end our day so we can get our repair in as well, because we need to get that done. We don't have much time. And we will go to work. Here's all of our parts. Let's start off with diagnosing this, since it has the least amount of time. Don't really remember what they said was wrong with it, but let's go ahead and cable it up and see if we can figure it out. So no power. Let's see what the email said. Do some digging. Oh, they forced a cable. So that's probably going to be the motherboard. So let's start unplugging everything here. And we will find out. Get everything unplugged. Get the cooler off. Oops. Helps if you release the clips first. There we go. Now we can get the motherboard out. And all the standoffs. And let's see. So that is broken. So we will order another one of these Mortoni A320M motherboards. Let's see. Mortoni A320M Tech Plus. That's what it is. Let's add that to the cart. Budget of $150. So I'm just going to do same day delivery. Excuse me. I can't figure out if that makes me go over budget or not, but whatever. We'll get the part, we'll get it installed. They'll get their computer back. So let's get their motherboard put in. Let's get rid of this broken one. Get the standoffs put in. And we'll get the motherboard screwed down. Also, can't remember if they said they visited dodgy sites, like if I need to run a virus scan on this or not. May just do it anyway. Get that processor in there. Where is the... There we go. And let's get their RAM in. Let's go ahead and get some thermal paste on there. Get their cooler installed. Let's see. Graphics card. Get that in as well. Let's go ahead and put this PCI lock on. And I think we're ready to start cabling it up. I believe this had white. May not be the same white, but at least it's white. Let's see, is there anything else needs to be plugged up in there? Don't think so. Let's get this wired up and see if we can power it on. So it's still saying diagnose and fix. So let's throw a USB drive in there. Let's put our virus scanner on. And let's see if it's got a bunch of viruses on it. Let's restart. Okay, let's see what's going on. There we go. 220 infected files, so let's clean that. That ought to finish it. Yep. Let's get the side panel put on. And we'll power this down. Get it out in the hall. So that is done. Then let's see which. I think this PC, I mean, it's got 9 days. But let's build this one first. And I'm trying to remember, I think that was the one I was going to put in the RAZER case. Here it is. So we get that there. Let's see. Let's do the $500 build on the other workbench. Let's get this cheap case put over here. But let's start with this one. Get the side panel off. And the front, and the dust filter. And the other side. So we have access to everything. Let's go ahead and take the PCI lock off. And this mounting ring, whoops, for the PSU. And let's get the motherboard installed. It was this Gigabyte one. Okay. There we go. Open some slots. I can't remember. I think I'm putting 2 sticks of RAM in this particular one. So we had the 1500X. Then for RAM, it was the DFL motivator. So let's get some thermal paste on here. We'll get our cooler installed. I think I was going to do the X52 on here. Yeah. Get this bolted down. Nice. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Okay. Take out 2 of these. We'll get our RX 480, I think it was. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think we had a 1 terabyte Barracuda and the Corsair Force. Get that there. And we'll get our Barracuda. Then we'll put one of these 450B3s in. I think that's it except for wiring it up. So, bought these green cables. Let's see how those look. Let's see. I kind of like that. I don't think the green looks bad. I mean, I guess it's maybe a little Christmassy with the red on the graphics card and the motherboard and the green, but hey, whatever. Let's see. Get everything connected. Let's get a USB drive in here. Let's also, we need to get the sticky note. I think it's this one. For A. Nelson. And let's get it cabled up. And let's power it up and go into the BIOS. Check our RAM speed. Looks like it's at 2400, which it should be. So we'll get that loading up. I'm going to start installing parts on this case. Let's get the dust filter on and the front panel. We'll get the PCI lock. And let's power it down so we can get the PSU ring installed here. Okay. I think then we just need this side panel and we're done. Let's get this out here. And who was that build? Let's see. For Jameson. Let's get this case taken apart. We'll get started building our $5 build. Doubt I even needed to take the front off. But I did it anyway. Get this off of here. And let's get the motherboard in. All right. Let's get those clips open. Let's get that open so we can get our RAM and our CPU in. And this was going to have the 4520. There it is. Let's get our RAM. I think I was putting this Dominator Platinum in there. Go ahead and remove one of those slots. Thermal paste. And let's get the cooler on. Let's go ahead and plug that cooler in. Let's see. Put the 750 Ti in that we ordered. And the 250 gig hard drive. And this 250 watt power supply. Okay, I think we're ready to cable this up. Ooh, not with green though. Let's just do this plain black. Not really going to matter. This case has no window in it. We need to get the front of the case back on. We can connect the front panel. We get all this closed up. Let's connect our peripherals here and we will see if this boots. I haven't forgotten something. Let's get a USB drive in it. Go into the BIOS. We'll make sure our XMP is on. And we'll get this installed. Or the OS installed anyway. I'm going to go ahead and put the back of this case on while that's installing. Or back, the one of the side panels, the one that doesn't access much. And we need to get 3D Mark on here. Get that started up. And we will let this run. And I will come back as soon as it's done, as soon as we have a score. So we got 1225. We only needed 1100. Okay, so let's get this other side put on the case. We'll get it powered down. And we'll go put it out in the hall. I think I'm going to save this build for the next episode, but let's collect some money. Let's collect that one. And that one. And that one. Spot the trends. The market app has just been launched in the shop. It shows you the current trends for manufacturers and components and will help you buy when things are cheap and sell when they are hot. Well, we'll have to check that out at some point. So we'll get rid of that one. So we leveled up. We're level 11. We've now unlocked GTX 1070 GPUs. And a bunch of other parts here, including the MSI GeForce GTX 1070 Gaming X 8 gig, which I actually have in the computer I'm recording on right now. So, fun stuff. So let's discard that. Get rid of that. And we will go through these emails in the next episode, as well as getting this PC built. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to be able to watch my content as soon as it goes live, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon right next to it, and you'll be alerted as soon as the next video goes live. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next episode.